1.20 is finally out, and that means some brand new clients. Today we're going to be going over the top 5 clients that have a ton of different features such as mod menus, their own apps, and even FPS boosting. Watch the videos to the very end. Trust me, it will actually shock you. Hello YouTube, welcome back to yet again another video, and today I'm going to be going over the top 5 Minecraft Bedrock Edition clients. These are going to be ranging from pure texture packs that are claiming to be clients all the way on to full exe files that you're going to go ahead and inject into your game to go ahead and portray a client that have a ton of different features. But if you guys are new to the channel, consider subscribing and liking the video. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Coming in at number 5, we actually do have Evoker client, and these clients are in any specific order. They're actually ordered from the clients that are going to be texture packs. So this one is just a straight texture pack. I'm going to go ahead and put the number 2 and number 1 spot. They're going to be straight up exe files for Windows 10, but this is actually the Evoker client. So let's go ahead and check what it's all about. So the main thing that we are looking for is going to be the pause menu, and take a look at this, guys. There is a ton of things, so very clean and unique UI, so you guys can still see people in the background, which is definitely a plus. Clicking on information, I believe will go ahead and give us a bunch of information right here, so this is definitely pretty cool. We also do have the marketplace that you guys can go ahead and check out as well, and you guys can go ahead and scroll through this list right here. This is actually really cool that they added all this. So instead of having the players on the side over here, it's going to be basically this giant menu. You can go ahead and scroll through people, then go ahead and click on them, I believe, and you can go ahead and pull. Actually, that might be a problem with this UI since we can't go ahead and click on these players. Since they actually, can I click on myself? I guess not. So maybe these are all Java players or something like that, but it doesn't let us, and we can't tab out of here, which is kind of weird, but we can go ahead and exit out of it. So definitely some oversights in the UI, but definitely a pretty cool client nonetheless. Then if you go ahead and double tap the M on the bottom left just like that, it'll go ahead and pull up this menu right here. This is definitely really cool. It actually has all of these different things that you can go ahead and toggle on and off. So definitely really cool since it's all built inside of Minecraft and not using any external injector. And look at all this stuff that you guys can go ahead and modify. Maybe it's easier to go ahead and scroll, but you can only use this sidebar thing right here to go ahead and move up and down. You can't just simply scroll. So that's just kind of a negative for me, especially for ease of accessibility. But as you guys can see right here, there's a ton of stuff going on here. You guys can even hide your paper doll, which is already hidden, which is actually cool. You can go ahead and see the percentage of armor that is actually going to be like pretty much the durability. And they also have a ton of different things that are going on here. Or actually, oh, so you can go ahead and shift through the different menus. Look at that, and then it goes down to the bottom. You can go and use the sidebar as well, and then they also have some features here that you can go and toggle on and off as well too. The music section is honestly really cool when you think about it, and then you can't tab out of this, so that's another negative. Maybe if they made this a little bit more accessible to PC, I think it would definitely be higher up on this list, but again, I'm not really ranking these in any specific order. But overall, this is definitely a pretty cool client, and you can see, let's go ahead and press E, and they have changed up the menu a little bit over here as well, the UI. And I really wish they were to go ahead and do some more UI changes, stuff for the realms and also the multiplayer when you're going to go ahead and load up for the home screen. So definitely a lot of improvements that they can go ahead and do. But let's go ahead and jump into the number 4 spots. Coming in at number 4, we do have Saturn client. This client has been around for a few months now. Actually, I believe almost a year, but it definitely is pretty cool, especially in the UI department. And you guys can go and see over here, it has a bunch of its settings, which I'm actually a really big fan of. You can go and change your skin. Over here, you can go ahead and do some cooler things as well. Let's go ahead and go through here, which is going to be all the achievements. And right here is going to be the settings. So they did a lot when it comes down to UI, which definitely is a plus when it comes down to, and look at this, they have changed up the realms and also the multiplayer screen over here server. So definitely really cool. Let's go ahead and hop on a multiplayer server real quick, and we're gonna go ahead and take a look at this. The UI is super clean, very nice stuff, as you guys can see. So we're gonna go ahead and hop inside of here, and we're still loading in. And honestly, this background is super peaceful. I may have to go ahead and start using this client permanently for my playthroughs, but as you guys can see, what the heck? Okay, so they have music going on. Okay, so I clicked on the wrong server, guys. You guys know how I feel about this server. You guys know exactly how I feel about this server. This server is one of my least favorites. But as you can see, that's the pause menu right there. It's pretty minimal when you think about it. It's just on the side. But let's get out of this, like, server that's kind of questionable. Actually, let's press E, and this is what the menu's gonna look. Very, very calm and very cool and very clean UI. Actually, let's go and take a look at the player list real quick, and that's what it's going to look like. It just kind of pops up on the side. So very, very nice texture pack. But if you guys are interested in some more cooler stuff, then let's go ahead and check out the number 3 spots, which is going to be Better Bedrock. And honestly, it has a minimalistic design, which is actually pretty cool, and I really am a big fan of this. So clicking on play, they actually have reached out to me before, and I'm actually such a big fan of how they actually went ahead and did this screen right here. So they have like the world screen, they also have like the realm screen right here, friends, and then they also have the server screen. So let's go ahead and check out our servers, and we can go ahead and find our servers that we have added here as well. We can also add our own servers. So they did a lot of work to the UI, which is definitely a plus. Let's go ahead and hop on this server real quick to go ahead and check out things. So Zekwa definitely has a lot of custom textures and whatnot, and we can go ahead and use this on here. So as you can see, here's our full inventory just like that. So if we press E, we can go ahead and manage it, but we can see our inventory right in front of us, and I believe we can go ahead and turn that on and off. And we also do have the player list at the top, just like Java. So that's why a lot of people are really enjoying this client, and it's actually one of my favorites in general because it does have a lot of features, and you don't have to inject this. That's one of the downsides of a lot of the clients, is you got to go ahead and inject them. It takes a little bit, and that makes them very exclusive to Windows 10. But I do have a client that is specifically on Android, and it's also on Windows 10, so don't worry. So keep watching the video. So this seems like something that is triggered inside of Minecraft, because you got to go ahead and click this 2 times just like that. So we opened up the mod menu, and we can go through all of these different features. So let's go and toggle things on and off. So let's say we want to go ahead and disable the tab list just like that, and now it is completely gone. So overall, I'm such a big fan of this client. It has a lot of features, and if you guys want to go ahead and modify some other things, all you got to go ahead and do is go back and then simply double click on M just like this, and you'll be back in the menu, and you can go ahead and turn on and turn on stuff. So let's go ahead and disable some of this stuff real quick, and let's go ahead and go back in, and more things are disabled. So definitely really cool if you guys are looking for a client that is specifically on your phone, or actually it's going to work on Windows 10 or Xbox, then this is the client for you. But number 2 and number 1 are going to be specifically for Windows 10 and Android. So let's continue. For our next client, it's going to be the Ladict client. I'm hoping I'm actually pronouncing that right, but you guys got to go ahead and click on inject, and it's going to simply inject into your game just like that. So let's go ahead and go back in, and you can see at the top left that it did actually have the client right there, and actually has all the information. And what's so cool about this is the settings and everything are built naturally inside of here. So let's go ahead and check this out. I'm going to go ahead and test it on a random modded world, or this is actually not modded, it's just normal survival. Let's go ahead and check it out. So we have a ton of different settings over here. There's actually like an RGB right here. You can go ahead and toggle it up and down, which is definitely a plus when you think about it. I'm not sure what the RGB is supposed to be modifying, but going back into the Lotus settings, or I'm trying to say like Lotus, I think there was a Lotus client back in the day. Let's go to settings. Once done with all this, simply click on save config, and it's going to go ahead and do that, and basically it will go ahead and modify your settings. Again, I don't really play Minecraft that much to go ahead and notice a lot of these changes, but I know a lot of people that are looking for clients are looking for these types of features, so definitely go ahead and look into them. So take a look at this. We actually do have Armor HUD, so we can go ahead and enable it. So let's go ahead and do that real quick, and Armor HUD is back, but let's go ahead and disable it, and I believe it's actually the HUD right above. So let's go ahead and do that real quick, and and we are actually dead. So I believe it's actually changing some type of HUD. I'm not 100% sure, but there's a ton of features that you guys can go ahead and play around with. But let's go ahead and jump into the number 1 spot, which is going to be Onyx clients. Coming in at number 1, we actually do have Onyx client, and it's absolutely insane how many Discord members they actually have. It's like over 180,000 people that are looking to go ahead and download this client for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Unfortunately, it only works on the older version, so it's going to go ahead and force you to go ahead and download, or actually downgrade to an older version, but we're actually on 1.19. 8, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on the version, but you still can actually join the server, so it's not really too big of a problem. You just can't use it on Realms quite yet. In order to go ahead and open up your client settings, I'm not sure on the keybinds, but look at this, guys. This is absolutely insane. Look how big this client menu is going to be once you go, like, look at how many, there's like so many just right here. We can go ahead and scroll through all of these. This is the craziest thing I have ever seen for Minecraft Bedrock Edition, and even in the free version, you get all these features. I'm not sure what's in the paid version, but honestly, I might have to go ahead and buy it because this is crazy. So if you want, you can go ahead and toggle on a CPS counter. You can even like modify it as well. As you can see, there's a ton of things for CPS, so we can go ahead and turn it on. So if you want to go ahead and enable certain things, all you got to go ahead and do is right click on them. So let's say, for instance, I'm looking for a CPS counter clicks per second. Let's go ahead and turn this on. You can also move your player doll as well. There's so many different features inside of this one client. If you guys want to go ahead and check it out, you guys can go ahead and do so for yourselves. And then if you go back into the settings, I believe there's actually a keybind to go ahead and open this up. I'm probably doing things wrong here. I don't typically use Onyx client. I just installed this and I'm just thoroughly impressed. So we can go ahead and install all of these, and there's around 21 free features. So the ones that you can't necessarily toggle on, I believe, are actually the paid features. So as you can see, we have turned on a bunch of different things here. So just look at that. We can actually force coordinates. We can also tell the time as well. And this is just such a useful client when you really think about it, especially for playing survival mode on your Minecraft realm. Well, actually not in Realms because it's not on 1.20 just yet, but especially for playing on servers, you guys can go and see the coordinates no matter what, which is definitely a huge plus, because on Minecraft Java Edition, you guys can simply press F5 and you see everything, or actually F3, and then you go and see everything out there, which is definitely pretty cool. But anyways, that's pretty much it for today's video on Shift3Plays, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!